In Luke chapter 22, verse number 31, we notice that in this arena, in this scenario, Jesus is amidst the Last Supper. And right after it is that he's breaking the bread and pouring the wine, he makes the declaration to the 12 who were there dining with him and says, here it is, directly to Peter, Peter, I'm telling you, Satan is after you. He wants to, if you're reading the King James Version, he desires to sift you like wheat. Now, many saints find themselves easy prey to the enemy because they believe, because of their relationship with God, that they are not going to be under attack. But I want to suggest to you, conversely, it is in fact directly associated to the proximity of your closeness with the Savior that the enemy is after you. If you were not close to him, the enemy would not be trying to prod you apart. Hear me, the enemy does not mind if you run ahead of God. Even if you backslide, he does not mind if you run behind God. It is the enemy's intent that you not walk with God at all. And I want to talk to somebody who's in this room who cannot live under denial with all of the vicious attacks, lies, rumors, traps that you have had to persevere through. You have got to be stark raving crazy if you do not believe Satan is after you. But the reason why it is that this early Sunday morning you can hear my voice is you now understand the second clause of verse number 31, where Jesus says to Peter, yes, Satan is after you, but here it is, I'm praying for you. And isn't it good news to know that so many saints in church will lie to you and tell you they praying for you and never speak your name. But I don't know how many of you like me can find solace in knowing last night while I was sleeping, when I was rolling over in my bed, God was praying for me. And I know some of you feel like you don't need any prayer, but this is just for the small remnant of believers who feel like every time you try to make a progress, every time you try to change and evolve, the enemy just keeps attacking you, keeps trying to tackle you. But there are so many people who dragged yourself in the church after having a horrid and hellified week, and the enemy thought after the last 6 days there was no way you were going to find yourself in church. But there was something in your spirit that says, in spite of the week that I had, I will enter into his gates with thanksgiving and I'll enter into his courts with praise. Please excuse me if your life has not been under a constant, incessant assault, but if every time you turn around something is falling apart, something is breaking down, something is jumping off, something is happening. I mean, Vanna White, I can't even buy your vow. Every time I'm trying to press my way forward, it looks like life is pushing me back. But the reason why I'm sane, the reason why I still give God the glory, it is not because of my degree, it is not because of my income, it's not because of my surrounding. I am still here because Jesus sits on the right hand of the Father and he is my in-between. He prays for me, and that's why I don't need anybody else to validate my existence. I don't need anybody else to like me. I don't need anybody else to co-sign my success. You must not know who praying for me. You must not understand it's not by might, it's not by power, but it is by his Spirit. Somebody prayed for me. They had me on their mind and they took the time, and I'm so glad.